This is Teaching with Steve, and I'm your host, Steve Sassaman, for the Teaching Channel. Some of you may be wondering, why would a guy like me want to do a job like this? Well, let me give you one of the reasons why. I believe students across our country need and deserve the greatest teachers we can possibly give them in classrooms. Teachers like my 4th grade teacher, Miss Nellie Stankavage. Miss Stankavage inspired me to become a teacher. She also inspired my 3 siblings to become teachers as well. Miss Stankavage made teaching real. She made it come alive. She motivated us to do our best. As a matter of fact, I still have some of the things that I produced in Miss Stankavage's class. Let me share a belief I have about teaching. I believe teaching is a performing art. When you hear the word performing art, you may think of things like dancers, musicians, actors. I think of similar kind of things as well. But when I think of performing art, I think of a specific actor. I think of the actor Dustin Hoffman. Now, you may have seen Dustin Hoffman in many different movies, but I'm thinking of one movie in particular that almost everybody I've ever spoken with has seen, and that movie is The Rain Man. After my wife and I watched The Rain Man in the theater, a couple months later, I was reading a magazine and I got to read about how Dustin Hoffman prepared for that performance. And I read that Dustin Hoffman spent hundreds and hundreds of hours studying videotape of The Rain Man. He spent hundreds and hundreds of hours shadowing The Rain Man, so that when he got up to do his performance, he did it with precision and finesse. As a matter of fact, he did it so well that after just a few minutes in the theater, I didn't see Dustin Hoffman anymore. I just saw The Rain Man, like many millions of people all across the globe. Dustin Hoffman won the Academy Award for that performance. See, like Dustin Hoffman, teachers are performers as well. And the greatest performers, whether they be actors, musicians, dancers, or teachers, they have the most options in their repertoire to make their performance fantastic. They also have the skill to make each and every option that they choose work beautifully at an instant of time. To me, the greatest teachers just have the most options. One of the things I believe that I can do for teachers that I'd be working with in this program would be to coach them so that they have more options, so they can be successful and help their students to be successful. Those options will come by thinking about and exploring strategies, skill and performance patterns, and practicing those skill and performance patterns with good feedback over and over until those skill and performance patterns become intrinsic and internalized. When teachers have those internalized skills and they continue to enhance them and improve them and build upon them, they acquire and will have more options that will allow them to be successful. A number of years ago, I read an article written by Roland Barthes. He talked about relationships in schools. And Barthes makes the point that in schools we need to try our hardest to make school a collegial place for teachers. We need to provide the time and the resources where teachers can share ideas and they can work with each other in a collegial setting to build those ideas. I believe one of the things this program will do will be to allow teachers in the virtual world and face-to-face to learn more skills from each other. I believe this quote, "None of us is as smart as all of us." This program will give teachers all across our land an opportunity to build professional learning communities throughout this country where teachers can come together to support each other, to encourage each other, and to share ideas and strategies for them to have more options to become more successful. I look forward to being a very important part of that program to encourage teachers in that way. Thank you for being with us today. I look forward to seeing you again next week.